Frankly, all these issues with Greenland and NATO and a press that steadfastly refuses to accept strategic realities is really looking like small beer, however, compared to the challenge that Trump is facing over the next 10 or 11 months. Now, Trump has just marked the one-year anniversary of his second inauguration, but now it is an absolute race to the midterm elections, which could see not only every achievement of his presidency either nobbled or undone, as well as also Republicans and Trump supporters, or as the left likes to call them, Trump enablers, in the gun. I just want to give you three little examples of this phenomenon that involve Democrats, ironically enough, not observing the very principles of democracy that they claim to support, as well as acting like the very vengeful totalitarians they claim Trump has been all along. You see, and we see it in Australia all the time too, when the Democrats come into power, they act like they are all moderate, while at the same time they conceal behind them a revolutionary agenda. Now, we are going to speak a bit more about her later in the program, but there is a wonderful example of this on foot in the moment with new Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger, an ex-CIA agent, if that's not enough to get your antenna going, who ran as a moderate, but now is anything but. You recall Spanberger from this cold-as-ice moment in her gubernatorial debate when she was called out for supporting a fellow Democrat who fantasized about the murder of a Republican politician's children.
Why she won't say it is not okay and that he must leave the race because J. Jones advocated the murder, Abigail, the murder of a man, a former speaker, as well as his children who were 2 and 5 years old. You have little girls. What would it take him pulling the trigger? Is that what would do it? And then you would say he needs to get out of the race, Abigail?
Well, Spanberger won trying to paint herself as a moderate, but what's the first thing that happened when she took office? Her party introduced a bill this week to eliminate mandatory minimum sentences for rape, manslaughter, assaulting a law enforcement officer, possession and distribution of child pornography, and all repeat violent felonies. There's a lot more, too, in her agenda, too, from moves to stop checks on migrant status to enshrining a hard left anti-American woke curriculum in the schools. Nice. And federally, too, it's the same story. Why, Democrat Chuck Schumer is already planning to restore all the money, all the billions wasted and went out the door on God knows what that were cut by Doge if the Democrats win the midterms.
If you look at the budget actually we're working on right now, and we'll have the T-HUD budget, transportation and HUD budget, we restore most of the cuts and even go higher than previous years on many of the programs that Doge slashed.
But that's nothing compared to what the left in America is saying in their guarded moments when they think, we're just having a real talk between us and nobody else is listening. Here's Democrat activist Jennifer Welch.
Blue tsunami means that Congress is going to haul Elon Musk, big balls, and a bunch of other people's in front and say, what crimes did you commit? And it's going to get really serious. And the same with Trump, because I believe, and this is just my opinion, that Trump and all of the bottom-feeding morons surrounding him and Elon Musk and all the bottom-feeding Klingoners that surround him, I think they commit crimes every day. And I think to reconcile all of this is going to take hardcore, not integrity Democrats. F you Democrats, f you for over our country. We are serious about this. We are prosecuting. We're going to uncover every document, every phone call, everything you did. We will be relentless about it. And that's the mindset they've got to have.
Yeah, remember all those times the left claimed Trump was all about seeking retribution and vengeance on his enemies? Well, guess what? You ain't seen nothing yet. But you do see the problem Trump has. Over the next 10 or so months, he has to not only bed down as much of his agenda as possible, but he has to do it while increasing Republican majorities in Congress, historically almost unheard of at a midterm election. Good luck, Mr. President. It's only the future of the country and the free world at stake.